That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me fuck all that shit, just let me go.
Broadcasting live from the heart of Europe, this is Almost Dennis. You broadcast it all, but only, ladies and gentlemen. I am Tommy C, and this is a very special Australia, New Zealand friendly shot from the point. I've only done one or two other. Actually, I did one on Dr. Disrespect, of all people. And I'd like to introduce to you TwizzFizz, the up-and-coming mega superstar of YouTube. How does that feel? That you're guaranteed? Well, let's be serious for a second. You've been retweeted by Keemstar. I mean, you're all over Twitter, and then you had a string of, how do I put this kindly, e-thought incidents that you kind of cashed in on, in a sense. And now your name's out there. Justin Wang has retweeted you. I think Mudahar's retweeted you. We're talking, big heavyweights in the YouTube sphere. I mean, how are you taking that all in? Let's start right off.
It's kind of weird. It's all sort of happened within a month, so I don't know.
How weird could it be? I mean, what were you expecting?
I don't know. I've been doing this for like 3 years, so.
Oh, really?
I'm not expecting much. Yeah, I haven't just like shot up on the.
So you've been doing this as just on a lark, just a goof, for 3 some odd years.
Yeah, I've been taking it seriously, but I haven't been getting anywhere for 3 years, and then all of a sudden 1 month it's like.
Well, that's exactly what happened to me. I took it seriously. I pretended it was a job, and then something happened. That's exactly what happened to me. And then I could pay bills for it. You're not at the point where you can pay bills for it yet, I guess, right?
No, not at all.
Are you working?
No. I'm working on YouTube.
You're working on YouTube.
That's a lot of money, I guess, for a person.
Pat funded $10. Much love from Down Under. I appreciate that, Pat. Thank you very much. So, all right, you jump onto this YouTube thing. There is not, other than, I mean, do you consider Ray-lej Pons a female comedian?
I'd say she's a comedian.
Really?
Just not like one I'm a fan of. Well, not one that I like. It's not my personal style.
No, I would see that. But there's not really a lot of folks doing what you're doing. Did you? I mean, look, I don't think this is. I'd be insulting myself. I mean, YouTube drama is probably the best, quickest way to get noticed within the algorithm. Did you pick that on purpose, or did you wake up one day and say, why don't I just goof on the drama folks?
Yeah, so for the longest time I just did my own stuff, and then I did like a year ago I covered the James Charles drama, like the whole Dramageddon thing, and Keemstar just found that because I tagged Drama Alert, and since he retweeted that and that got a lot of attention, then I sort of shifted towards drama that way, and I've just been doing more and more.
Do you like doing it, or do you feel compelled to do it? Thank you.
No, I enjoy it. I haven't made a video.
I am getting some complaints. Could you turn up your mic just I would say a quarter?
Is that better?
Yeah, I don't know. Keep talking. How am I going to know?
I'm very bad at this.
It's okay. Lean in. Talk to the microphone. I'm very bad at this. I want to do this professionally. Hey, come on, Buttercup. Let's get this going.
I'm not a professional podcaster.
Hey, you don't find? Yeah, I mean, you don't have a problem making fun of me.
That's a lot of money.
I've seen.
Yeah,
so exactly. I'm very professional. People think this is easy. Actually, it is.
You're a character.
Look at her shirts. It says fagul. Is that what your shirt says? Is that a slur of some sort?
Yeah, that's exactly what my shirt says. I picked it specially.
All right, we're going back to what I was saying before. We were. What the hell was I saying before? That's a really good question. So you decided to follow the YouTube drama. Was that your original intent, or
That's
that
a
just
lot of money,
it just
I
worked?
guess, for a person of color?
Yeah, I would say it definitely just worked because, like I said, Keemstar found me, and then that led to everybody else finding me, and I'm like, well, nothing I've done.
You might as well keep going. So. Yeah. Is that what you wanted?
Yeah.
Actually, Keemstar's in the chat. You're a big celeb. He must really love you.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, we get all the big celebs over.
No. Oh, yeah. Well, it's Tommy C.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
This is a privilege.
I'm rolling in cash over here. He's got a mansion. I live in an apartment. All right, let's keep this. It's got a mini mansion, for Christ's sakes. So, when you, all right, everybody, I thought I was going to be a sports guy when I came into this. What was your initial vision? What were you dreaming about at night? Because everybody does it.
Yeah, I think my content was sort of more along the lines of what like Lily Singh or someone would do, where it's like, you have characters and it's like sketch comedy stuff. Like I have my own little in-universe sort of thing, doing like more sitcom-y kind of things. And I kind of just took the characters from that and then shifted them over to drama. And yeah.
Are you comfortable? Are you comfortable there? Yeah. You like it? Because I get accused all the time of doing this because it's the easiest. Nothing. I mean, I'm pretty straight white male. I'm pretty normal. I like sports. I'm hedgerow. I'm alpha. Boy, do I like watching James Charles and them fight. I enjoy the shit out of that. And I still feel very much, a straight white, stereotypical male type thing. So I just... yeah, baseball. Exactly, idle caption. Exactly, baseball. But I really enjoy watching them fight. I don't necessarily do this because okay, it works, and okay, it worked. I suppose that's part of it, but I got into it because I think it's hysterical, and I grew up listening to Howard Stern, so it's like he did sort of tabloid type stuff then. So I was just wondering, because you said Lily Singh. I mean, did you ever? Of course, Lily Singh's went on to big things. That's the best I could use to compare. Out of all the
like just in like the type, but I enjoy it.
Congrats on the success.
I've been following the drama, so I'm like, I may as well make something around it. If I'm following it all, I may as well, make content about it.
Yeah, make content about it. Where did you go to school? Is this something you always had to? Did you go into some kind of art school or anything, or you started doing this out of nowhere?
No, I was in a small town, so I don't know. No one I really watched YouTube or anything. I didn't even watch YouTube in high school because we weren't allowed to watch videos on the computer. We didn't have the internet.
Oh, really? Oh, that's why. So do you live like in sound like there's a million crocodiles and all sorts of scary animals around? Is that the area of Australia you live? I mean, is it like have you TwizzFizz wrestled a crocodile or an alligator? Actually, they call them crocodiles over there.
Well, that's like a rite of passage, really. You got to go through that. Yeah.
All Australian children must wrestle a crocodile. Do you live in one of those crazy places? That's one of the reasons I like hesitant to go over there. There's too many dangerous animals.
People say, like, do you live in the crazy place? And me, I'd be like, no. But then I think compared to other parts of the world, maybe, because like you got brown snakes, redback spiders, dingoes, like they're all like things.
All right, so that's a big fucking yes for the rest of us. All right. See, here's the problem. Like, I'll go to a place with a dangerous animal, right? But you have 12. That's, I mean, I'm sorry. And the last, right before I joined the Army, right? I was very lonely, by the way. And I was talking to this Australian girl. I don't remember where she was because it was like 16 years ago, okay? And like during like the course of conversation, she told her uncle lost an arm to a crocodile. And then she stopped and she goes, yes, I know. We're kind of a fucked up family. That's what she said. And I'm like, is this normal?
Damn.
And she was like, yeah, my cousin lost a finger, to this. And my other one. I was like, what the fuck? How can you people live over there? And then I remember you're all descendants of Irish criminals. So I guess that's where. How do you walk outside? I don't understand.
How do I walk outside?
Yeah, I mean, because a tarantula could eat you or whatever.
Well, if I'm in America, someone could shoot me. It's not much different.
I don't know, but you can shoot back. I mean, like
you can shoot back.
Okay,
that makes it
that's
better.
The way we do it. Okay. Well, no, that's kind of the rules. Everybody gets a gun. They're like, well, we can't keep them out of your hands. So
we all had a gun here. We just shoot the crocodiles. That's all right.
I don't know. They look like they can take.
That's a solution.
Most people take 1 or 2 rounds. Like a crocodile, he looks like he'd take about 8 rounds to kind of take out, right?
Solid 8 rounds, all right.
I don't know. You're the outback girl. You're the one wrestling crocodiles.
I'm
I'm asking you.
I'm living in a city.
You're the outback. I grew up 20 minutes from Manhattan. So, I mean, I have no experience. All right, let's get off of this. So, I want to go over some of your videos. What's your favorite? What's your favorite? I was interested that you went after Jenna Marbles a little bit. I kind of felt bad for her. So you were like, fuck that girl. I don't care if she's leaving. Is that right? Was that the plan?
I can sympathize, but I don't like it when people bend the knee, you know? Like, I don't think she needed to apologize for that shit.
I don't think she did either.
Like,
I absolutely agree.
Yeah, I just feel like, you know, you didn't need to bring up this stuff. Like, no one was calling you out for, like, these specific things. Like, why go through it all, you know?
You think she wanted out? Do you think she wanted out and then she just used the whole thing and just bounced?
Well, I remember seeing videos from her, like, a year or two ago where she was talking about, you know, how she's lost popularity, or I don't know, when she just didn't want to, I don't know, it just felt to me like she wasn't fully in it. Like, she's like, oh, I'm glad people are still watching me even though, you know, it's a dying channel or something. I don't know, something along those lines. So
you didn't buy it.
Personally, I just think it's been in the works for a while. I don't know.
Yeah.
My opinion.
No, it's interesting. So you kind of went after her a little bit. Well, although I'll be honest with you, when I say
I go after people, but
yeah,
it's
really.
Like, I just like making fun of it.
It's not hateful.
That's a lot of money, I guess, for a person
It's definitely not hazel. Her community. This is one that I thought was a little daring. This is a quick video. I like this one.
Which one is this?
You'll see.
Writing's not that easy.
Well, that's not your video, but really. You know what is? I'm afraid to cut the commercials during the show because then people will accuse me of not watching the ads when I rely on ad revenue, which would be sort of reasonable. But I think it's okay to turn it off during the show. But nobody would believe that. This one I like.
Hey guys, guess who just released a new song? It was me. I just put a song on YouTube. You should go.
That's a lot of money, I guess.
You know, it's like it kind of goes like, ba ba ba. I'm still relevant. You have to listen to it. Like I can't. You should go listen to it. Hey guys, I just released a new song. Hey, I just released.
See, that's a dangerous place to be. I wouldn't go there. Because there's snakes and alligators. I don't know. Look, I understand this freedom.
There's a bunch of turkeys.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
New music. It's very emotional. It's very deep. I just released a song. It's on YouTube. So here's the thing. People are being unsubscribed from my channel. YouTube is suppressing my video. Everybody hates me. And everybody is out to get me when I've done nothing. This is unfair treatment.
Is this you? Are you like, look, everybody does this. Like, there's somebody, this is something, in fact, the thing I found so fascinating about this video is this is something that everybody does, sort of like stretching it out to 10 minutes type thing. But everybody bitches it. Well, they used to bitch about that. People don't bitch about the 10-minute thing anymore. That's like a 2015, 16 something to cry about. But this is something that nobody bitches about. This is something that Tim Pool does regularly. I'm being suppressed. You never know. I could be gone. This is something that some people do legitimately. I think Tipster, he's in the audience and actually donated. He's, people have used this to sort of promote their channel and what have you. Does this piss you off? Are you raging against this by saying this? Are you angry at the people that are saying their channels are getting shut down?
I don't think I'm ever angry. Like, I'm not really passionately angry at anybody. I just see what people post, and I just think it's really funny, and it's easy to make fun of, honestly. Like,
well, I was just wondering if you had, like, sort of an agenda here. Oh, wow, you're almost up to 20K. You're almost up to 20K. You know that?
Yeah, I'm getting close.
I think when you did something, or I retweeted something of yours, and I don't know if you'd already been found by Keemstar at that point, I don't think you had more than 3,000 or 4,000 subs. Is that correct? Yeah,
no, Kim found me when I had like 800 or 900 subscribers.
Whoa.
So he found me when I was really tiny. Yeah.
No, that's really crazy. And you have to, I always say that 10K you're a player. That's when that's a big number. That's the first big number.
Yeah, it seems to shift around there.
Yeah, 10K you're a player. Anything before that you're trying to play. Well, I did like this video because I thought it was pretty daring, to be perfectly honest with you. All right, let's make you uncomfortable because that's what I do to women best. What don't you want me to watch?
Everything.
Oh, really? Oh, good.
It's so weird, like, to have someone like watching your video with you.
Is it?
Not used to it.
I guess that is pretty weird. That's tough shit for you, huh?
That
must be awful. Must be terrible. How YouTube? Actually, let's talk about my favorite thing. Me. You made fun of me. As far as I'm aware, I didn't know about the. It's my personal favorite. Big YouTubers have big argument. No. It's the Power Rangers. By the way, my son thinks my son figured out that you were doing me, which made me kind of proud, I guess.
Good.
He's like, Daddy, that's you.
Yeah, you were one of the few that was definitely you. The rest was sort of a mix of people.
A mix, yeah, because some composites and stuff like that. Oh, where's your Power Rangers? Here we go. This might be my favorite, hands down. You're gonna watch it. I'm gonna make you watch this whole thing. You realize that?
Okay. All right. I'm ready. No, I'm not.
You're not. Well, why? Why are you uncomfortable? You afraid you're gonna be judged?
No, it's just weird. It's weird to watch yourself.
Let's do commentary over it. I mean, I don't want you to give me a copyright strike, so maybe you should do some fair use. Clearly, here you're doing Onision, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, let's go.
That was obvious.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't do anything illegal. Well, maybe I did. But what you gonna do about it? Nothing! Nothing! You're gonna do anything! You're just a bunch of YouTubers! Oh no! Someone's threatening the peace on YouTube!
Who's that? Is he a composite?
Who's that?
Yeah, who's that? It's John Swan.
I don't... Just say it's art and it's open to interpretation.
It's art, so he's kind of a composite. So, like, let's look at this. Let's listen. First of all, and this has nothing to do with you being a woman. This male looks very feminine. I think that's exactly what you're trying to get off. They have made no attempt to get contacts. Their hair is a hairstyle that is probably would fit right in about 1979. So we're talking about a YouTube somebody who doesn't know how to dress, is completely. It doesn't plan to meet a woman in the future. Is that what went into this character? This guy is clearly given up and thrown everything into YouTube. Am I wrong here? Because that's what I see.
Yeah, that's what you take from that, yeah.
Yes, that's what I take from it. Somebody has just said, fuck it. Yeah. Okay, let's keep going.
Yeah.
It's commentary time! Every podcast!
How dare you?
See, that's you.
Yes, I know.
I know you.
Every podcast, I know. Yeah, but here's the thing, Justin Lang pointed this out. You make me sound like a 1940s gangster movie or something. Give me all the money, you say, eh? Wah, come on, every podcast here. Wah.
I don't know, that's how you just talk normal.
I don't know, people make fun of my Hilla, my what the hell is her name? Hilla Klein voice. Have you heard my Hilla Klein? Have you heard
I haven't heard it.
Okay, I'm going to do... Oh, don't thank you. They say I sound like a 40-year-old Mexican woman, actually. Keemstar, we think you went off the rails. We hope you learned from your last lesson, because you were out of control. You're out of control. Me and Ethan, we would say, when we were making a video, we're like, Keemstar, he's out of control.
That's a lot of money, I guess.
I think that's pretty good. Hill accent is dope. Thank you so much, and I earned $10 for that. For that accent.
That's as good as my version of your accent.
Yes, you're pretty much right. I sound like an old Mexican woman. All right, every podcaster. Here we go.
Anonymous voiceover.
Cloud chaser. Bitch, I knew.
Oh! We can't let that one go. This is Cloud Chaser. Are you making a stab at Nerd City here? Because everybody said that's Nerd City. Oh, you got to be careful with this.
It's art.
It's art. It's a composite. It's art. That's all it is. Why would you use those glasses though? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I just had him in the pop basket.
Do you see Nerd City as a cloud chaser that'll say absolutely anything to get ahead, including things that aren't true about Lele Pons? I'm just asking. You don't have to answer.
I think a lot of people in the commentary.
You say, I don't answer, in fact.
Chaser, bitter news channel.
Bitter news channel. That's got to be, that's, although you needed a fat suit, that's Tipster, isn't it? That's got to be Tipster, right?
No one is.
Bitter. What's so bitter about Tipster?
I didn't say that was Tipster.
Is that what he said? Bitter news channel? Or
Yeah, that is a lot of news channels I see are very bitter.
do you think I'm
They're
bitter?
allowed to- I didn't say you're not the bitter news channel. You're the angry podcast.
Oh, well, good point. Yeah.
You're just angry at everybody. Whereas like the news channels, they're bitter at a lot of people. They don't like the other news channels.
You think so? You think? I don't think Augie's bitter. I don't think Tipster's bitter. I like you calling him bitter. I think Tipster was bitter at one time. Interesting enough, I'm wearing a shirt where his face is a hamburger. You see that? I don't sell this shirt anymore.
That's what that is.
Yeah. I don't sell this shirt.
You're the one here naming names and picking people.
Oh, because I'm putting you in the spot. It's funny to me. What do you think I would do? You're on Shot for the Point. How else was I going to do this? I love putting people on the spot. Nothing. I'm going to tell you something. Can I tell you something personal?
All right.
Listen. I don't think anything makes me happier on this world. Anything. And I've been through births, too. I've been deeply in love. Nothing on this earth makes me happier than making a woman uncomfortable. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I love making women uncomfortable. It's just, it comes so naturally. It's like I've been doing it since I was born. And you look terribly uncomfortable, and I couldn't be, I'm overjoyed.
Oh, sorry. I'm just typing up my Me Too statement right now.
It's all live. Nobody, you can't say anything. You can't say anything. All right, here we go.
News channel. The guy with 30 seconds worth of opinion stretching it out into a 10-minute video for the ad revenue.
All right, that is everybody. In fairness.
Yeah! All right, we're ready to commentate this guy's career away. A community working together.
Ready to send this guy to jail.
And get views doing it. Better look out, unhinged content creator, because we're not backing down. You tried to feed us, but before I tell you why, first, come on, get straight to the point for once. Because we're the commentary community.
That's a lot of money, I guess.
Oh no! You got my Patreon deleted. Are you happy? No! Oh no, our attacks just made him more powerful.
It's time to band together in a Twitter argument.
We didn't go over that one, the one that uses a voiceover. Nobody does that anymore, I noticed. That's not a big thing anymore. It used to be. The voiceover stuff, there's that.
That's all dying.
I guess you needed another Power Ranger, correct?
Yeah.
Anti-memes, mocking retweet.
Collecting receipts for my next video.
Oh no, he blocked us. Activating all the kills.
Twitter file
attack.
This is the best part of the video right here.
Yeah. So, who are we taking down now? You know, I didn't really like that you cut me off before, angry podcaster. Well, I don't like your face. What the hell, man? You can't say that.
That's hypocritical coming from you, bitter news channel.
I'm just gonna stir the pot for clout.
And we all eat each other, right?
So
By the way, I think that your outro is fucking awesome. I love this song.
Thanks.
I'm kind of upset. We were talking about it yesterday. You're like, I could just see you on a Trans Am in 1978, rocking out with your mullet-headed boyfriend. That this is what I think of when I think of this song. I think of you in the late 70s. I love that song, by the way. That was not an insult. So, what are the plans for the future? What's the
future?
You're just gonna keep plugging away?
Yep. See where I go. I don't really have a plan B, so
Yeah, plan B.
let's hope YouTube works out for me.
Where all right, I'm assuming you have a boyfriend. He's the guy in your videos. Is that correct?
Yeah.
He's the guy.
That's Ben.
So look, what a great boyfriend. So he's working and you're home making YouTube videos? Because I make my wife do that. So we have like a thing going on here, right? So is that the plan, or are you looking for a job, or is he saying just go for it? Is that the plan?
The plan is like I got a certain amount of time to see what I can do.
Okay.
I have had jobs in the past.
Mm-hmm.
So I haven't just been like unemployed this whole time.
I didn't say you were.
That's a lot of money, I guess,
Yeah.
for a person of color.
But yeah, maybe I'll make it, and then he can stop working, and then he can just leech on me.
That's a really good way to look at it, right? Are you guys that serious?
Yeah.
You get married, or are you married?
I don't know.
Oh, you're married.
We've been together 5 years though, so considerable change.
He better. You know what? This is a perfect plot to keep from getting a ring. Hey, you're home making YouTube videos. That's
There you go.
Is that the move?
Long-term plan, yeah.
So let's talk about you. How do you plan to get a ring out of this man? Obviously, it's more. He's long overdue.
How do I?
Well,
want
we got.
to
I mean, you got to get this son of a bitch to marry you. Let's start doing evil girl stuff. Let's plan it, me and you, right together.
Evil girl stuff.
Evil girl stuff.
Evil girl stuff.
Evil girl stuff. Pretend you're pregnant. Make demands.
That's
fake an injury or a close call with death. Let's do evil girl stuff. I want to see a ring. I want to make the plan that tricks him into giving you a ring earlier than he anticipated. Let's do this. You and me right now. What do you think? What's his name?
Okay.
What's his name, by the way? Can I say his name? Or is it Ben?
Ben,
Why haven't you put a ring on it? Like, what kind of man are you?
Yeah, I think he's in the chat.
Is he?
Know.
Is he Ben? How terrible, Ben. Just because, I waited till she was pregnant doesn't mean you have to, all right? Where did you grow up? Can you tell? I don't know much about Australia. Like, where did you go up? Where'd you go to school? Like, what's little TwizzFizz? Like, what's she about? How did Twizz become Fizz?
All right. I grew up in a small town in Queensland, and here I'm laughing. Fuck. But I was in high school. I was just an athlete, so I didn't watch YouTube. I didn't do anything.
What did you play?
Yeah. I did triathlon. So like,
did you really?
Running, swimming. Yeah, exactly.
You did triathlon? So you're like in incredibly good shape or something?
I was.
Fuck that.
Won a national championship.
Did you really? Do you have the trophy?
Yeah, well, in school. In school.
Do you have the trophy?
School age, like 7. Yeah, I don't have it here though. It's all at my mom's house.
You didn't take it with you. But you really have given yourself to. You've really given yourself to Ben. You've left all your past behind. You didn't bring your triathlon trophy from high school.
That was pretty much it though. Yeah.
You're very loyal. You're very traditional. You realize that. You're just like, oh no, keep my awards, Mom. I'm not myself anymore. I am Ben's. I am Ben's from here going forward.
Not quite that way, but
You watch Walking Dead?
Sort of.
You ever watch Do you ever see The Walking Dead?
nah.
Yeah, like Negan. He goes, "Who are you?" and everybody repeats Negan. Do you say Ben when people ask you your name?
I don't know that.
You don't watch Walking Dead? There you go. I'm like, thanks. You totally sandbagged my dumb joke, and it's probably a good thing you did.
Rip.
So all right, I guess. Does anybody want to talk to TwizzFizz? I would love to hear from you. And I guess we're gonna hear us from Comment Cop is paid propaganda for the clients. Facts. All right. Let's talk about that drama. Okay. Let's bring in Verst. Okay. Mr. Verst, do you have a question for TwizzFizz? Hello.
Well, first of all, 5 minutes of this interview, I apologize on Tommy's behalf.
I did great. I did fantastic.
Word for it. So first of all, I love to see my idol impersonated. Of course, everyone does. how do you prepare when impersonating the impeccable Tommy Callanan? How many IQ points do you have to drop in order to fill that role?
Yeah, it's not easy.
Stop.
It's that level, but
What's like your what's
on
your,
my page,
what's your character study? If you
my
had to
character
sum it up,
study is just
yeah.
That's a lot of money, I guess.
Apparently,
Look at him.
1940s
look
gangster.
at him right now, vape in
Well,
his hand. That's all
If
he
I'm,
does.
if I'm being honest with you, I don't really want to. Can you give me something else?
You don't want to look at him.
I mean, shit, I don't come here for the looks. I come here for the jokes. Isn't that everyone else?
Yeah. Thanks.
just
I'm
body
beautiful.
art.
I'm a beautiful man. You know that, right?
Oh, yeah.
I'm absolutely beautiful. If I reached some level of e fame 20 fucking years ago, I probably would have been Me Too'd with the last lot in Twitch, to be honest with you. but yes, I'm a beautiful man. Comment Cop is paid propaganda for the clients. Not fair nor balanced. He doesn't have to be Keem. Neither does Drama Lord. Just helping you out there. Speaking of the clients, you did do a whole video on the content nuke. I'm more interested. That's probably, at least recently, your most famous video. Where are you with Ethan dropping the content nuke on Keemstar? Because I never thought I'd be sticking up for Keem in the way I am, but I am sick of Ethan Klein. Where are you?
Yeah, I think honestly, Ethan's just full of bullshit. Because I don't know, like he's just as bad as everybody else, and then he tries to act like he's got the moral high ground or something, and I just hate that shit.
He's a passive aggressive Keemstar.
What do you say?
He's the passive aggressive Keemstar.
There's one way to put it, yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
that's brilliant. I thought of that myself.
I don't know, everybody's done shit. And when he made like this big content nuke and that, it's like, it's not like you haven't said anything, you haven't done anything. It's like,
Yeah.
you know. It's
Well, he was the guy that wanted to
it's just for the
platform.
views.
He was the guy that wanted to platform Pyrocynical, and then he was the one that tried to platform. Well, tried to start some drama with Leafy. And then he was the one that used Tommy NC. It's like all his tricks are so like obvious, and I think Turkey Tom put it best: is people were willing to give Ethan the benefit of the doubt because his content on a whole was better. And that is kind of a weird thing. Like the more I would say sophisticated your content is. I mean, let's be fair. I mean, I might not draw the views. Leafy style is not sophisticated. H3's old content is, or more sophisticated. So I think that fans are willing to give you more of a break if you're not as formulaic. If you do appear to be sort of doing something different rather than going into a sort of a pre-envisioned formula. That's the way I always saw it.
Okay.
Well, how do you see it?
I don't know. I just think he's
Douchebag.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just because he just did a few like really standout videos and got people's attention, and people like the comedy and the. I don't know. I think people just got a love for him, and when people are, when they love, they pledge their loyalty to someone, they don't want to shift it.
Well,
and I think Keemstar's always been like the devil on YouTube. Everyone's he's easy to hate. So yeah.
I don't think Ethan. Go ahead
Sorry.
first.
While you're on the topic of Keem, do you mind if I ask you a question about your future? So when the inevitable happens of your channel blowing up, how are you going to react when Keemstar claims your fame by one retweet in 2020?
You're gonna owe him forever. By the way, I won't do that.
Yeah. You'll have his shackles on.
I used to retweet her. I used to do this, and she was nothing about me. And then you start losing subs because she makes you look like a big ingrate.
Yeah,
Are you
you're being spiteful for the person who birthed you?
Yes.
You had no identity before you were retweeted. Don't you understand?
Yes, you weren't anything. Keemstar. Keemstar's made me and Tipster and Blowbacks and everybody and everything. Correct.
He's your YouTube mother hen. He brought you into this world, and he'll take you out of it.
Yeah, and he has in the past. We can give you past examples. Are you ready for that?
I don't know. Am I ready?
Well, I see what this tells.
It's a hard thing.
Here's the thing. You got to think. I'm not the guy you should be thinking about me tooing. You should definitely plant the seeds early. Make sure you record those Skype calls. There you go. That's one thing. That's one thing none of these girls have. A Skype girl record. They have these subjective sort of, like a lot of these, so-called receipts. Hey, babe, you want to get it on tonight? Yeah. See what he did to me? I see a lot of those. I see a lot of those receipts. A lot could be read into that. Also, let's. Now I'm really going to challenge you. Okay.
Okay.
I'm not kidding.
Right.
You put out a tweet the other day that was. You weren't joking around. You weren't in character. You weren't goofing. And you said something. I'm going to paraphrase, and you correct me if I'm wrong. You said something to the effect of literally every girl that you've known growing up has faced some sort of something in the vein of sexual assault. And that it's why it disappointed you so much when so many women online, at least, seem to be using sexual harassment for clout. And you also made a third criticism that there's so many boys that seem to, this is where I'm paraphrasing, I think, sort of concentrate on the girls that are lying, girls that are going to lie. And I actually, when I read it, I was, you know what side of the fence I'm on this. You probably, I would assume.
Oh,
you know. Yeah. Okay. But I actually had to kind of check myself. I was like, wait a minute. Most of the women I know have some kind of story here, and there is some truth. There is some truth in that. Now the degrees fluctuate dramatically. Do you think that the guys are? I want to know what else to do. I don't want to take the guy's side every time. I really don't. But they're the ones. I think it's a lot more common to either blow up, exaggerate an interaction between two people, and these interactions happen behind closed doors, than it is to sort of, I don't know, like, for lack of a better word, prove it. There's so little damning evidence other than the guys that have actually admitted it. I mean, what do you think that should be done in the future when women go to Twitter and say, I was abused, and is that a good idea?
Well, I always think Twitter should be a last resort. Like, I think it's better to try and work it out behind the scenes in that first. I think you go to Twitter if you haven't got what you like. You were just ignored and your claims were ignored. But I think what a lot of people don't realize is, for most women, it's a very hard thing to come out and make these claims, because I know they're going to get a bunch of shit.
So I don't look. I don't know if that's true, because if I were molested, it would be very difficult for me to come out, because the odds, unless it was by a really hot chick, that doesn't happen in real life. Usually, you're molested by somebody that you find repulsive. That's the way it goes, that I'm told. So I don't know, but I don't know. Maybe guys. Do you think guys don't think about that in the scenario? That I've certainly. I would imagine a woman is more likely to be molested than a man, but I don't know. I do think it's hard, but I'd like to think that if I were to come out and make that, it's going to be rock solid. It's going to be a rock solid. I got you. You did this to me. And my friend can back it up, and you see that so rarely online. And I guess the reason I'm bringing it up is like the way that when you wrote that tweet, I thought, am I being fair? Because it's really important. I want to make this abundantly clear. I do not want guys to get away with putting their hands on girls and abusing them and getting away with it. And if Twitter gets people caught, that's great. But it just seems over and over again just the worst idea in the world. I could see situations where it happened and the girl puts the word out so poorly on Twitter and contradicts herself, and then no one believes her ever again. I mean, what do you think the solution to this is? Because I want to be fair. I question myself.
Well, I don't believe in just condemning someone off an accusation. Mm-hmm. But I also don't believe in calling that girl a liar out front. So my perspective, I just don't think a lot of guys should be talking about it, honestly, or like give a balanced view, because the problem is when these issues come up is all the guys I see on Twitter, they pile on and it becomes a anti-woman statement in a way.
You think?
Like, yeah.
I mean, I've been a part of these pile-ons too, and I don't think I was anti-woman for a second. But I've never been anti-woman for a second. You know,
well, that's the thing. It's I do think things that you say come across as problematic, 100%.
What's problematic? First of all, I don't care if I'm problematic. I think that's a ridiculous word, to be perfectly honest with you. Like, it's not a problem for me. Well, let's talk about that. What do you think that I say is problematic?
I think it's when you make general statements, when you pull all women into it. Like, you know, I will never be friends with a woman because, you know. Oh,
that's just my code. I'm not. No, that's just my code. That's a problematic statement.
That's your code. But
that's
when you
code.
Put it out there to everybody, it just feeds into this narrative that all women are out to get you when they're really not. Like,
no. Like I thought I explained that well. This was actually. I got this from a woman, this code, and I fought her on it.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually got this, and she was very traditional, very Italian, right? And then what she said, and I said, like, why can't I, call my friends and what have you? And she was not the jealous type. This was the way she wanted to be treated as a woman. I'm your boy. You're my boyfriend. We are working towards this to get engaged.
That's a lot of money, I guess.
You serve me, and I serve you. That's the way it works. There is no reason for you to console another woman because that's your job when it comes to me. There is no reason for you to have a friendship with you. I'm your friend. And I was really resistant to this too. Absolutely. I thought she was being silly because I came from high school where I had so many friends. You're my friend, when I was really being friend zoned. And when I adopted this, my relationships with women got better. I think I could talk to you like an adult. This is before I was married, when it's like, whereas before, sort of there's this pressure. Should I ask her out? There's sort of a sexual tension there. All that stuff is gone because I am devoted to this woman and she is devoted to me. So it's not like, like here's the thing. You have a boyfriend, right? Was it really appropriate for me and you to go out alone?
I don't see why not.
I do. I don't think. I think it's inappropriate. I think it's just. I think it's disrespectful to your boyfriend, and I want to show him respect. I think it's very disrespectful to your boyfriend. And you could always say, well, if you don't trust me, well, if it doesn't happen, there's nothing to distrust. We're never together alone. That's inappropriate. That's the way I see it. And I tell you something. And don't think this is like a generational thing, because most people saw it the same way you did 20 years ago when I was dating. All right. Here's the thing. You don't have the drama. You don't have those problems. You completely eliminate. It's not just, I don't trust women and everybody's out to get you, but I completely eliminate. It only takes.
I think this rant is pretty bullshit, honestly.
Okay. So
just justifying it.
Why?
No, because I think that this creates such a division between men and women. That's something I've struggled with my whole life, and it's bullshit.
You think? Why? How are you? I'm not divided with men and women. But I'm devoted to one woman.
Okay. Here's my problem.
She's right.
She's right? All right, go ahead.
I find it hard to relate to I'm just going to say, like, the stock standard where, like, most women I meet, I don't really get along with them too well because I'm not into, like, dressing up or makeup. Like,
Sure.
that is such a generalized statement to make. But
Yeah, I understand where you're coming from.
So hard to find other women like me. And I find that I get along much better with guys. But there is that block there that
Sure.
they will be like, no, I will not be friends with you because I will not be friends with other women. So it is extremely difficult, especially in the online scape, where guys have this mentality of like, they won't even collaborate with a woman, or they don't want to be friends. They only collaborate with their friends and they don't want to be friends with women. So
Whoa. I'm not talking about any of that, though. Collabing?
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not. I'm saying we're not friends. We're not going out. We have to work together. I understand that. We can be acquaintances, but we are not going out like friends. You've completely misconstrued this. I'm collaborating with you right now. I'm putting you out there, but we're not going to have a fucking personal conversation about the time somebody is mean to you. That's your boyfriend's job. So you've misconstrued what I've said.
That's not necessarily always what friends are there for, is it?
No, I don't see. This might be a generational thing. I don't think you're friends till you go out together. I don't think you're friends till you have kind of a moment. You go out and you do things together. I don't think that's it. I mean, yes, I have online friends and I treat them like regular friends, but no. Like we and you will never be alone, right? Maybe at a TwitchCon or something, I'll say hello. We'll go out for a drink, and other people will be there in the room. But no, that's just the way I do it. But that doesn't prevent me from collabing with you. That doesn't prevent me from talking to you. That doesn't, preventing for you asking me for help or not asking for me help. Those are acquaintanceships. Friendships are off limit. I think you're talking about having no contact with women. I'm talking about being acquaintances with women and not friends. Because that's too close.
Yeah, and that's problematic. And that's like a stupid statement.
No, it's not.
It's like it's okay if sort of that's what you want to do, but they're putting it out there and being like, "This is why all guys, you shouldn't be friends with them." Like you're really preaching it, and it sucks.
But I don't. But see, I think I understand how somebody could misconstrue my words. I have to make a donation because somebody dropped $49. Tommy C sucks. Micro hot dogs at the Olive Garden for free breadsticks, and TwizzFizz might be okay. My girl, code power. So no, I think you're misconstruing what I think of. I think friendships is very different than acquaintanceships. And I think you've mixed the two. We can be acquaintances, but I don't know if we can be friends. And I think if somebody, I guess a guy could misconstrue that. I'm not talking to girls. That is not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, if you are attached, there's a certain code to have. That's how I personally believe it. And yeah, I don't if some guy takes that and says, "Well, that means I can't work with TwizzFizz." Well, I mean, that's their fucking problem.
That's a lot of money, I guess, for a person
What's that?
of color.
What if I want to have what?
Well, first of all, that's entirely up to you and your boyfriend. I'm not going to tell you, but I don't think it's appropriate if you're attached. Yes, if me and you were dating, I'd have a problem with that. But we're not dating, so you don't have to worry about it. It's not bullshit. It's a difference of opinion. I'm not telling you how to run your life. I'm not even calling you problematic for disagreeing.
You're on Twitter. You're on fucking Twitter saying, "Don't be friends with girls."
That's not what I'm saying.
Telling people how to run their lives.
That's no. I'm saying I'm doing this. No, that's not true. It's only telling people to run their lives if they disagree with me and I say they're bad people. I'm not telling you that you're problematic for disagreeing with me. You actually quite the opposite happened. Here's the funny. I feel like we're dating right now. I feel like this is
tree friends.
What's that? What?
No, but it's what I mean. It's like when you just make the statement, like blanket statement, you cannot be friends with a woman. It just is annoying because I want to be friends with guys. I get along with guys. Like I feel like I share a lot of humor. I should all the people I interact with are guys, and I can't be friends with them. Like that's what you're saying. So I just have no friends.
I think I no, I'm sorry. This is the way I'm doing it. I'm apologizing. I'm going to encourage this for other guys if they want to do that. I'm not going to force it down their throat or call them bad people if they don't. No, I think in a situation where you can lose so much so quickly, especially online, just by an allegation, an unproven allegation, I think this is the best way to mitigate that and still have relationships with women, but not friendships. That's what I believe.
I find it hard to believe that women would come out and make an accusation based on really nothing, on the internet scale. If you've done nothing, all you've done is hang out.
Did you hear the Andy Signore situation? Have you heard of the Andy Signore situation? It was basically for Twitter. I haven't read all of them now. Yeah, I know, of course. But let me throw it away. It was basically for Twitter. It wasn't even for money. It wasn't for a job. It was for Twitter followers.
Okay, I'm going to put this on par. This is like you saying I'm not going to be friends with any black people because they'll accuse me of racism.
I think that's a little different because I don't necessarily. No, it is because I can't get accused of having a sexual relationship based on if I'm friends with a black guy. No, I don't think it's. I think that's outrageous situation. And I'm also doing. Look, if I was single, I think this rule is a little gray. If I'm single, I'm saying if I'm dating somebody, if I am somebody else's man.
Worse, no, that just tells me you will not be friends with girls because you're going to hit on them every single time
you don't see fucking Ninja getting in trouble. He has the same policy. And I do more than Ninja does. I will happily stream and work with women. There's no problem. But I think it can only go so far after that. You know, I do. I think that's the best way to handle it.
Okay.
And I don't think that hurts you as much as you think. I don't. I used my platform.
You cannot tell me how much that doesn't hurt me.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you why. First of all, you're never streaming with Ninja. You will stream with me. That's why. That's how I meant that. I can't do more than Ninja does.
What other guys have that mentality? Like, you're saying this like guys and girls.
I think this.
What if, like, Gus Johnson has that mentality?
Yeah.
What if like the people I look up to have that mentality, and so then it's just like, what, I can't.
Well, I think you can collab with women. I think you can work with women. We all have to work with women when we go to work. There's an appropriate way to act, an appropriate way not to act. But I think when it comes to, like, all right, let's say we work together in the office, and I think your boyfriend and my wife we go out as a couple. I think that's appropriate. I mean, that would be some sort of friendship or relationship. But as far as you and me alone, absolutely not. No, it's not sexism.
What about like a group of friends?
What's that?
Yeah. What if it was just like a group of friends going out?
Oh, no problem. Absolutely no problem.
Yeah,
a group, and we could bullshit and drink and be silly. But I think where I draw the line is, again, not working together. So I don't think this affects you as much as you think, right? As working, no. Men and women have to work together. It doesn't work. The world doesn't work unless that happens. All right. But as of alone time, close friendships, I think that's off limits. But if you called me tomorrow and said, "Look, I really need help with something," I'm going to do it because we have an acquaintanceship. I don't think it's as bad as you think, and it does protect me from somewhat from being inappropriate, from being accused of being inappropriate.
I disagree.
Okay, fair enough.
Disagree, and I will
fair
never
enough.
agree.
Fair enough.
This can go on forever. And
No. Okay, like that's the thing. It's okay. You don't have to feel the way I do. But then I'm going to make fun of you if something happens. I'm not going to do that. if you get accused of cheating on your boyfriend, I'm going to be like, she said I was stupid, problematic. No, I'm just kidding. All right, I think we'll end it. I'm so glad we had this discussion, by the way. I hope you weren't. This is where I didn't want to make you uncomfortable. This is where I wanted to engage with you. And I think we engaged quite well. Okay. Tommy is too old-fashioned for 2020. Hashtag canceled. Thank you very much. All right, everybody, make sure you check out TwizzFizz. I'm going to put her channel in the chat right here, and I did forget to put it in the description, but I'll be taking care of that right after that. Make sure you check out TwizzFizz. She's super talented. She's going to be great, and I'm sure she would make a spectacular friend.
That's a lot of money, I guess, for a person of color.
Tommy's too old-fashioned. I don't know. I got to be honest with you. I think a lot of that stuff works. And yes, I think you can trust women. Just not alone. It's not alone. First, don't go anywhere. Stay in the fucking channel. We're in trouble.
This is the almighty infinite, independent excellence. Devil fighting, rebel titan, weed smoking alchemist. Fake identities, okay, you cool with Jason Bourne. Running with these Wolverines, okay, you about to catch a storm. I ain't never been a liar, got tired of niggas playing me. Head in my legs like she about to catch a pedigree. Chi-town, the King's home, slapping fives, black stones. 6 mile to danger zones, bullets look like waffle cones. Folk affiliated to evolution of Machiavelli. Don't make me lead them eagles to you like I'm Chip Kelly. They feel my struggle, I express it through my hip-hop. I'm about to make it hard to breathe, here's a headlock.
Good job.